Hello, I'm Rafael Paremuzyan. I'm staff scientist at Jefferson Lab, and I'd like to share a small memory about how I met first Robert Avakian and how important role he played in my career. On 2005 and 2006, two times as a summer student, I came to Jefferson Lab, and I liked the Jefferson Lab science and project so much that I was dreaming to start a PhD and continue my PhD with the Jefferson Lab related projects. So the Yerevan Physics Institute was collaborating at the Jefferson Lab. And when it came to the admission, like about a month before admission, it surprisingly turned out that only one position was available for experimental nuclear physics. Like previous years, it was 6, 9, but in our case, it was one position, and we were three friends where we had projects with the Yerevan Physics Institute. So it was not realistic, three of us, to apply to the same position. And so some of us ended up applying in different institutions where positions were available. And in particular, where I have applied, so it was physics orientation was on optics and laser physics. So after admission, I went to talk to them. So described that I really would like to continue my my PhD on nuclear physics with German Physics Institute. They were not super happy about that, which is natural. However, they told that they don't have any objections if I can make a transfer. So I went to some bureaucratic offices. Like it took about 1 month, and then I was trying to get some way to transfer from that institute to Yerevan Physics Institute. However, in all offices, I was told that at least 1 year needs to be passed, otherwise it will not be possible. So about after 1 month, I got a call from the institute telling me either to need to come start a physics project with us, or otherwise you are going to be fired the next day. And so this was a very stressful call for me. I didn't know what to do, and talking to different friends, before I actually got advice, it's better to go and to talk to Robert Avakian. He's a good person, he might help you. I knew that he's a very respected physicist, but I didn't know him personally, and he didn't know me either. But as of that day, I didn't have any other choice but to go and to talk to him. So I went to Yerevan Physics Institute at I saw him actually near the gate as he was going somewhere. So I approached him, introduced myself, and asked for any advice. So he basically told, I'm going somewhere, I'll come back in 2 hours, come to my office and we'll talk. So in 2 hours I went to his office, so briefly described my situation, and he grabbed the phone and directly called to the director of that institute and told that, there is a good guy and he really wants to continue his physics in nuclear physics, and we really need to do our best to make this possible for him. And he was able actually to convince them, and found a physics subject which was in the border of laser physics and nuclear physics that was acceptable to make as an official formulation was it for me to formulate a work trip from that institute to ERP, which is kind of similar to sabbatical, that 1 year I should work in Yerevan Physics Institute on that subject, and after 1 year I just got transferred officially to ERP. This was very beneficial conversation for my career, and I don't think I'll ever forget that day, that stressful day that then turned out very successful for me. Uh, and I was really fascinated that he would ask a favor from his colleague for a person that he doesn't know, he met for the first time. I also think probably this is not a surprise for many of you who have interacted with Awak and Robert before. So this was my short story, and thank you very much for your attention.